Hello everyone, welcome to Autism Connects Instagram Live. After so long, we are coming live on Instagram, and today we would be having Ritu Jain with us on the live. I will just quickly request her to join. So, till the time she joins us, I will be just giving you a small description about who Ritu Jain is. So, she is a parenting advisor with 5.5 years of experience. She is an advisor for autism and developmental delays and have already coached more than 500 families across the globe. That's really amazing. And the best part is she has cured her own child with mild autism in within 8 months without any medication, with just her therapies. I'll just yeah. So, educating parents worldwide about their child special needs and the journey of positive and um, okay. So her superpower is like educating parents about how therapies can be done at home, and how they can help and how they can help their child to recover in a better way at their home. So I will just request Ritu Jain to join in with us. Just few seconds, and here we'll be having her. Hello.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Great.
So
So we
it's
can start.
having you with us. I
Thank
just
you.
gave a description to all our audiences while you were not here. So
Okay.
now you can just start with like your description, like what you want to share to our audiences, like about you. So now up to you.
Okay. So I'm a parent of twins. I'm having daughter and son. They are 7 years old now. And after MMR2, my son was diagnosed with autism, mild autism, directly mild autism, because he was having mumps, and due to that, there was no neck movement, their name responding was not there, no eye contact, lot many gut related issues happened, sleepless nights started. So after diagnosed with mild autism, we connected almost four doctors in Bangalore. I'm based in Bangalore. So every doctor told that yes, your child is having mild autism, your child is having mild autism. At that time, like 6 years ago, I was completely clueless. Like I was not aware what the autism is, what is the A of autism. So when he was diagnosed, then we went to one therapy center, and he cried a lot there. And it was really a tough phase for my life. I'm still having goosebumps whenever I recall that journey. So I stopped everything and I start working with him with my own ways, like mother instinct, you can say. So without any medications, I worked on his gut part, I worked on his constipation part, I worked on his sleep pattern, the therapies, whatever is required for him, I gave myself at home. And by God's grace or by my willpower, I cured him within 8 months. Now he's a very cute and very talkative child. Like sometimes I keep my hands on my ears that stop talking, stop saying anything. His cognitive skills are just out of the word. So I'm super happy mother of twins. And after his recovery, I started my journey to empower parents, because somewhere, whenever the small child is diagnosed or tagged with a heavy word called ASD or autism, they stopped loving their child somehow. They are in panic. The myriads of emotions started. They had their own fights between couples, like, because of your karmas, I am having this child in my life. And of course, these things are not economical. Autism came with a very heavy, huge financial crisis as well, because therapies are not at all economical. Those are very expensive. And as the road not taken syndrome started, because it's really a syndrome, like we really don't know where to go, where to head, and whom to connect. So my work is to empower parents that at home, this is your child. Your child is connected with you. You can teach your child. And I work on the life skills where everything is required. Cognitive skills are required. Of course, speech is required. Social interaction is required. Life skills are required. Everything is required. So somehow till today I reached 500 parents, and I hope I sparkle this magic, a superpower of mine to every family.
I wish the same that these things reach to as much parents as more we can, because this is something every parent needs, like a proper guidance. So I wish you
Yes.
the
Thank you, and thank you so much for to Autism Connect that they connect with me, and they somehow, like, we plan for this live session, which will going to be very very useful for every parent whose child is having diagnosed with autism. So it will going to be very useful, and I wish if whoever is watching this session, if it is shareable, please share it on your wall.
sure, sure. As much parents are benefited, it's like amazing. So
Yeah.
even we are to have you like on board with us. So I have a set of questions which might come in a parent's mind. So you being a parenting advisor, we have made a set of questions which we would like to ask you. So like one by one, then you can just answer them. So starting with my first question, the question is: do you think an autism diagnosis is worth it, and what happens after the diagnosis?
Okay, so before diagnosis, acceptance is required.
Yes.
As I'm dealing with lot many parents, I am like lot many people message me about their child. So people are not, parents are not ready to accept that their child is having any delay.
Hmm.
Right. So until and unless they will not able to accept that my child is lagging behind, there is no worth.
Hmm.
But yes, autism, diagnosis of autism is really, really worth. Because if the child is diagnosed early,
Hmm.
it means that you can actually work with your child.
Okay.
Okay, but nowadays, what like if we post something about my child or our child in the any group, so what other parents advise is wait for some time, see for few more months. See, boys are late talkers, but believe me, milestones reach at time. There is no criteria of male and female. So
Yes.
acceptance is the key. First of all, at the home, grandparents always said, "Oh, don't take it. Don't autism. कुछ नहीं होता है. Autism is nothing." But I believe that in that era when we were very young, autism नहीं होता था. There was no word like autism. At that time, there was only one word: mentally retarded.
Yes.
So autism is very new word. So, of course, grandparents are not aware of what exactly autism is. So, accept it at home. Go, and early diagnosis is very, very important because it helps parents to work for their child in the correct direction.
Hmm.
Right. Sometimes mother accepts that my child is not talking, my child is not giving eye contact, he is not responding, she is not doing appropriately because she is with the child whole day. But as a father, he is going out, he is earning in Indian community I'm talking about. So they are not at all accepted that my child is having anything.
Yeah.
So first of all, being a couple, you should respect each other's what we say diagnosis at home. The child is having some or other issues, because for young children with autism, this means that skill is needed, right? The set of skills is needed to reach their full potential are taught early. Okay, when brain plasticity is much more pronounced, and consequently the impact of whatever interventions is much more comprehensive. And unfortunately few kids, like in my like 5 years of journey, 6 years of journey, I'm having 10% of cases. Those kids are actually autistic, and the chances of revival is very less. But still, parents can apply for government help, the disability living allowances. Not many facilities are provided to the children with the special needs. So it is always good to diagnose your child. Though it is very much required that every third month you should go for a reassessment of the child, so that you will be able to know how far we need to go. Is there any way we can revive our child with the ASD syndrome?
Yes.
Okay. So, and many children's, and if we are talking about foreign lands, as I am working globally in foreign countries, whenever the parent reach to pediatric or developmental pediatric, they put the child on hold for several years. That the child is very young, we can't give a tag of autism, we will not diagnose so early, we will not label the child with autism. There also the issue arises, because if the child is not labeled, then how the therapies will start. So early diagnosis is really, really required. And of course, what happened after diagnosis, you said. So after diagnosis, parents are somewhere settled that yes, this is the diagnosis, we need to work on this directions. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, yes, you are properly audible and clear.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So, and next question.
Yeah, I will be coming to the next. What are the chances of a child recovering from mild autism?
There is a very good news for every parent, whoever is watching now or whoever will watch later, that autism is 100% curable, and it is scientifically proven now, because there are increasing evidence that the autism may not necessarily be lifelong. Okay, that's why I just said that every third month, please reassess your child. Okay, more studies are now showing, and notable number of kids, I'm not talking about one or two kids, there are thousands of kids who are previously diagnosed with the word autism, no longer meet the, what we say, diagnostic criteria of autism. So, but yes, parents need to take a charge. We cannot rely always on the therapy centers or a therapist. So the child may grow out of autism, no doubt, but with the timely, what we say, diagnosis and timely early intensive therapies, early interventions, correct intervention, as you know that young children need to learn everything. Okay, so wherever they are lagging, whatever skill is needed and required to enhance their quality living, we should work on that direction. And as soon as we'll start working on the correct direction, so child, of course, they easily come out from the tag of autism. I revived my child, so I have that confidence. I am working with so many parents globally. I am seeing the amazing results in those kids who are heavily diagnosed with mild to moderate autism also. So they are easily revivable. Don't worry, it's a good news. So don't keep the tag of autism only.
Okay, that's really amazing to hear that it is even new for us that even now there are chances for a child with autism to recover. That's really amazing. So, what questions should I ask as a parent to a therapist after an autism diagnosing? Like, what parents can ask like to a therapist after their child is diagnosed with autism?
First of all, just be calm.
Okay.
Stop blaming each other as a parent. Because of you, because of you. What has happened has happened. Accept it with grace. Search out a nearest therapy center. Check the area, how far you need to go every time for the therapy session. Because if you are talking about under 3 years of age child, they are not able to commute 4 or 5 kilometers on the daily basis. They will sleep, and environmental, again they will inhale lot many environmental toxins. So in journal, a parent can ask as soon as the child is like diagnosed, they can ask to the therapist what kind of a therapies, what kind of a establishment you will do for for my child, what kind of a program you will make for my child, what type of knowledge I will gain as a parent, what type of a therapies, activities I need to do at home. Because unfortunately, throughout the world, what therapy centers are doing, they are doing a one-to-one with the child only, without parents, and that is again a cubicle, a very small room, maximum time, and child, a small toddler or a preschooler or a child who is not able to talk, are not comfortable with the strangers. So at that time, kids are having panic attacks, separation anxiety, and so many issues arises. So they are not able to learn anything. So we need to make a good rapport with the therapist first, and it should be a CCTV covered area. That is most important nowadays, because I have like heard lot many cases that therapists are literally hitting their childrens.
Hmm.
And if somebody say no, this is not the right way to treat the child, they said no, they need to understand the meaning of pain, understand the meaning of fear. We cannot teach all these things in such young age.
Yes.
And they can ask what type of assessment you will do every month, because it's not a small journey, it's
Hmm.
not a like race we will start to now, and after 10 kilometers it will finish. No, it's a marathon. We really don't know how far we need to go. So every month they need to reassess their child, and what resources or support for the interventions are required, what type of a therapies are required, because nowadays they are forcing or for ABA therapies. Sometimes it never, like it didn't work properly, or if what type of a therapist is providing like what provided to my child, because parents are not allowed to go inside. What type of a therapist are provided, are they well equipped with the knowledge, and what if my child is not progressing, what you will do at that time? Will you change the therapies, will you change the pattern, what you will do? So these things are very much required by every parent to ask. I think there are some questions. Can you please read it for me?
Read it for you. First question was from Adam. Exactly what I was told. Late is 5 and still not verbal. So maybe she was just saying, there's a question. I feel my child understands what we say, but does not reply or respond. How to make her respond or reply?
They need a parallel play. Play, play and play. All your child is need your love. But before that, kindly check whether the child is having any lip tie here or tongue tie. Because sometimes under therapy sessions also, therapists never check the lip tie and tongue tie. They straight away start with the therapy, speech therapies. So please rule out with any ENT doctor that your child is having any tie. If there is a tie, you need to get it done so that your child is able to articulate the sound. Okay. So any other question? I think there is one more question. Please check it.
Five, then we can proceed further with our questions. So the next question I have for you is, when it comes to autism treatments, what is most effective?
Most effective.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, as I've worked with 500 parents, every child is unique. So
Yes.
there is no set of like we have to do it for, like if we are cooking, we need a vessel, we need a oil, we need a masala and all, then cutting vegetables and all. We know this is the pattern we need to do. But whenever we are working with the child, we really don't know. So we need to rule out, as like for me, let's say for me, uh, 2 plus 2 is 4. But for you, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4.
Four.
Or somebody will say 3 plus 1 is 4. Or another person will say, no, 1 plus 3 is 4. So it is completely like we cannot journalize the therapies. That's why, as a parent, you are the best therapist. What in my observations. So of course, therapies are again not a magical wand or a silver bullet. Okay, will shoot and everything is sorted. So you need to work accordingly, according to your child's behavior. Where what is the first priority which should be resolved in your child? Whether it is is it a sensory issue, and what is a sensory issue? Or my child is not able to sleep properly, or my child's body is inflamed so much that he's or she is severely constipated, and due to that the child is having recurring cold and cough as well. So there is no set route. That is why I always said that the therapies are road not taken syndrome. So we really don't know which footprint we need to follow.
Exactly. Yes.
Right. But yes, you can change like lot many things you can do whenever your child is diagnosed with autism. Things will be better if you understand your child well. You need to, being a parent, you need to rule out what is the exact issue with my child. Help the child at the right time, right place, and with the right support. If your child is showing any tantrums or meltdown, rule out there then and there itself. Don't wait for a next therapy session for the discussion that my child shown this tantrum. Please tell me what should I do. Therapist will not able to tell you why child shown tantrum. Again, they will only ask you what was the time at that time, what your child normally do, and is the child is sleepy, is the child is hungry. So being a parent, please understand your child's need. As soon as the child is diagnosed with autism, honestly, we rush to therapy centers. We want a best therapy center for our child, and the best therapy. We are literally, parents ask me also, how many certifications you have? So boss, my certification will not work. Your sympathy and empathy towards your child will work.
Yes.
Right. So make them functional, help your child to interact with your child in correct way. Nowadays, parents are, especially like autistic children's parents, are only scrolling Google, only scrolling YouTube, and they are actually connecting everything with the child, their child. Oh, my child is having this symptom also. My child is showing this pattern also. So don't Google it too much. Only focus on your child. Autism spectrum disorder is a very huge thing. That is why it is called spectrum. Maybe your child is falling under only 5 to 7 things. Okay, so don't connect everything. Understand your child typical daily style, needs, like, dislikes, strength, area looking for help for your child, food habits, playing skills, which is the most important, imitation skills, which is again a most important part of our therapies, limitations, positive and negative reinforcements, activities, sleep pattern, which is again very much important, list of missing developmental milestones, and document them all. If you will work only for 1 month on this way for your child, document each and everything about your child, you will able to diagnose your child properly at home, and you can easily work on that parameters. Create a plain building blocks for a happy and healthy child to learn life skills. The child should know how to how to drink water, how to hold gloves, how to hold the spoon, how to go and pee themselves, how to switch on the light. These are the basic skills. Therapy centers will not able to teach all these life skills. Right. So I hope I'm able to answer this question, that what is the effective treatment.
Exactly. I hope all the parents are loving your answers and hope they get motivated by this. Yeah,
I
I'll
hope
just
so.
get to the question now. How do I make sure my child is getting enough basic nutrients?
Okay. Very, very important question. Because whenever we are dealing with our children at home, I'm talking about a normal children's right now, like neurotypical children's who knows everything. What we are doing as a parent, we are bribing them every time.
Hmm.
Do this, I will give you chocolate. Do that, I will give you chips. Right.
Yes.
Same we are doing with the special need kids.
Okay.
Finish this activity, I will give you chips because they like crunchy. Right. And in fact, in therapy centers also, therapists keep one like tetra pack of juice and chips packet. Finish this activity, I'll give you. I know this is a very good and required positive reinforcement. But what exactly you are doing with your child's gut? You are again damaging the child's gut. Already child gut is damaged, it is inflamed or leaked. And again, if you are giving all chips and Tetra Pak juices and things like that, more sugar, white sugar, refined flour and all, they will again damage the child's gut. So before anything, it's my personal suggestion that first deworm your child properly, because when the child is having too many parasites and worms inside the intestine, they are not able to behave appropriately because gut is damaged, and gut is a human second brain. So it is very, very much required that you need to stop everything from outside. Home cooked food are the best. Avoid giving chocolates. Avoid giving what we say that in foreign countries they are having choco butters, Oreo biscuits, the lollipops and teddy bears का एक आता है कुछ imported में ही आता है. They are full of toxic colors.
Gummy
So
bears.
gummy bears, yes, gummy bears. So those are the very dangerous thing. I know parents are trying to provide best for their children,
Hmm.
but don't fuel them with toxins. So
Yes.
as soon as your child is diagnosed with autism or before autism as well, work on the nutrient part because omega 3 is required for kids, magnesium is required, B12, B6, folic acid is required, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D. These things are very much required. So you need to incorporate these things in your daily diet. Don't go for every suggestion which we are getting from Google and YouTube and friends or in therapy centers, other parents that my child is on GFCF diet, my child is on casein free diet, my child is on what we say keto diet, yeast free diet. So no, every child is different, every geographical condition is different. We cannot give millets in a very deserted area or a very summer place, like very hot places.
Hmm.
So please, a millet should be cooked in a proper way. People are not soaking because on the packet it's not mentioned that you need to soak millets for at least minimum 8 hours. They are
Okay.
open the pack and they literally make. And what is happened? The millet has some heat inside, and kids are showing more constipation after getting that.
Okay.
So half of the knowledge is really bad. So please have full knowledge and then start anything. But yes, superfood work like a magic. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, berries, gooseberries. Gooseberries are amazing. Garlic, okra, ladyfinger, which we call. These are the few things. Leek, drumsticks, moringa leaves. These are the superfoods for every child, not only the developmental delay child, but for the every child. Dark leafy vegetables and all, and incorporate more and more because it will provide zinc, it will provide lot many good nutrients to the child so that the child gut will heal and the child will able to respond properly on the therapies as well, right?
Okay. So tell us your top three home remedies which the parents can follow.
Okay, lot many we have already discussed, but yes, visuals. Everybody knows that pics, that picture exchange communication system. Google Pay, whenever we are searching, this thing will come first. So it is actually required because the child is non-verbal, right? And child learn very fast whenever they visualize anything. As in our childhood or whenever we are showing birds and moon in the sky, The kid remember that moon, sky are in sky, cows, dogs are on the street. So they love learning visualize. So they will be benefited. Of course, they will be benefited if you will visually represent the language as a supplement of what you are saying verbally. So you can say that visual pictures are supplement for the children. So give it properly. And don't go for a flashcards. It's my personal experience. Don't go for a flashcards, expensive ones. Better to click photographs of your home, a cupboard, fan, tube light, bed, dining table, chair, these things. Click the photo, take out the printouts, take the prints, a proper prints, show that to your child. Because the child is neurodiverse. So the child may not able to understand the flashcard and may not able to connect the flashcard with the real object. So teach them the real objects in a visual way. So don't spend money in the expensive flashcards, a tier free flashcards and all. Better to take a picture, photograph and make a set of 2 or 3. So you can keep one to show, one to hold and one to attach to the object. So that child can actually connect that. Right. And second is increase structure. Like structure. Kids with the developmental delay or autism, they need a structured lifestyle. We cannot, like our life is structured now. In morning we need to eat something at 8 or 9, whatever our routine. According to that, I need tea at that time, I need coffee at that time, I need my fruits at that time, my lunch is that time. So our body clock is set it. So we need to set the clock of our children, especially need children also, because when we structure their life, they will able to adapt that atmosphere easily without showing any meltdowns and tantrums. And if they are showing any meltdowns and tantrums, you are able to rule out why my child is showing meltdowns or tantrums. Because I have fed him on the time, he slept properly, he did whatever he is doing on time. So why my child is showing tantrums? You will be able to rule out whether is it a medical condition or something happened to my child. And what we say, third one is reinforcement and punishment. Again, no chips for reinforcement. Hugs, love, kisses. These will be the best reinforcement, special need kids, for kids. And punishments, yes, you need to teach them a proper way. If your child is looking for a negative reinforcement, like kids are having the habit to bang their head on floor purposely because they want to grab the attention of a parent. So if your child is banging, then 1 second. If your child is banging his head on the floor, just check out. Is my child is looking for me as a parent or for something else? So at that time, you can give him a negative reinforcement as well. That I will not hug you, I will not kiss you. So your child will understand that if you will hit your head, mama will not going to kiss you or hug you. So both positive and negative reinforcements are required. You can teach them a token chart. You can put everything on paper, on chart paper. You can tell if you will do good, I will give you a star. I will give you a smiley. So I will give you a dry fruits. Because being a parent, honestly, only we introduce them chocolates and chips. By birth, they never ask, I want chocolate, I want chips. Because we really want to sort that I am busy, I want to finish. Okay, hold that chips packet, have it, I will finish my work. So we only introduce that chips and chocolates. Don't introduce them. Na? Introduce them healthy food. Introduce them figs. Introduce them dates which are required for their early bone density and all. So teach them. And don't give them chips, cold drinks and all. And don't bribe them with toys as well. Because kids, when they show some behavior, they will do the same behavior next time as well. As they know, last time mama did this because I banged my hair, I did this. And now they will learn that behavior. So don't let them learn the wrong behavior.
Okay, so let's quickly get to our next question. Could you please suggest some toys that can help with speech and language skills, and where can they buy them from?
uh, in my personal experience, I really don't require any toy at that time. And I'm forcing the parents as well that don't buy the fancy, expensive toys which are having lot many lights and musics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because when you are showing light and music to the autistic child, child may not able to see a very harsh light, child may not able to listen the loud music. Right. So those toys will not going to give any benefit to that child. Only trauma, only panic, only fear they will have. So better we are our house is full of toys, honestly. Our kitchen is full of. You can give them ladder, you can give them bowl, let them bang, let them play, let them observe. Our boxes, dal dabbas, boxes and all, they can observe, they can feel. They can play with that. But yes, as we need to buy toys. So they can start with a kitchen set, a plastic one, that BPA free and all. They can have lots and lots of animals, farm animal set or a jungle animal set. They'll enjoy that. And interactive books, a picture books, a beautiful picture books, and what they can buy. A toy cars, trucks, transportations, airplanes and all, so that we can teach them those things. Dolls, we can do a pretend play with the dolls and toys. And what say, balls are the kids favorite one, because we can teach them eye hand coordination. So throwing, kicking and all, different sizes, different colors. We can teach them the sizes. We can teach them colors. They can able to segregate. So these type, not expensive ones, because kids, they really don't know what is the cost of this toy. Right. Buy accordingly and don't overwhelm. Because in my personal experience, or like last month only, I get new client. So they gave me a virtual tour of their child's room. I
Okay.
was simply shocked that it was almost like a store.
Okay.
So it is not required. When the child is overwhelmed, how they will stick at one place? They will not able to concentrate. They will not able to focus. Right. We want a distraction-free time whenever we are doing something with our child at home. So please don't give holes in your pocket. You can give a piece of paper. You can give a piece of. You can give a pen. They can cap and uncap the pen. Eye-hand coordination will develop. Sitting span will develop. Right. So personally, I don't believe in the expensive toys and all, but yes, few interactive books or few things are required. That's it.
Okay. So, coming to our last question. So, what is the ideal method of detoxification?
Ideal method of detoxification. So first of all, we need to work on the sleep,
Okay.
because maximum time when the child is having issues, they are not able to sleep properly. And that's why doctors are giving them, prescribing them lot many medications to numb the brain basically in night, which is again very very dangerous and harmful for the child's health. Because if we'll numb the curious mind, how they will learn? Right. So first and foremost is to work on the sleep pattern. As soon as your child sleep is settled, their brain is get more relaxation, the inflammation will start reducing. And again, we are the exposure of environmental toxins are available, and the kids with the special needs are prone for neurodevelopmental because the alteration is not normal, as the our environment is full of toxins and it disturbs the neurotransmitters, right, of the developing brain. I'm not talking about we adults, I'm talking about the little one. And we are having lot many towers near to our areas, so that also we need to work on that, to absorb more electromagnetic rays. Like we should not absorb radio frequencies. And for that environmental toxins, we need to work what we are using at home.
Mm-hmm.
What type of a phenyl, like in mopping, in cleaning utensils, what type of a washing machine powder or detergent we are using, what type of a soap we are using on our child. So these things should be like answered properly.
Mm-hmm.
And Epsom salt bath, if you are aware of, I know lot many parents are aware of, because that is again, sometimes it is available on Google, but it is not, like we say, clearly mentioned that why Epsom salt. Epsom salt is a magnesium sulfate.
Mm-hmm.
So magnesium sulfate, what actually it does, whenever we are giving Epsom salt bath to our children, especially need children, it penetrates in our body and it goes to liver. Okay, so it is absorbed in liver, and that procedure is called sulfification.
Okay.
And it bind the toxins.
Mm-hmm.
It actually, the toxins are stick on the Epsom salt, right? That magnesium sulfate, and it will come out in form of urine, in form of poop, in form of sweat. So
Okay.
Epsom salt bath is very, very useful for kids with the special need.
Mm-hmm.
Second, as we belong to India, and I know and I hope lot many international viewers are there, they are visiting India for the Ayurvedic treatment. So India is blessed with Ayurveda, and we are having a beautiful program called Panchakarma, in which what they are doing are lymphatic massages, which is required to detox the body properly. So massages are very good. Again, whenever we are massaging the child, whatever the toxins are there, it will stick and it will flush out.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally prefer Panchakarma and Epsom salt bathing. And if the child is obese with autism, because kids are having obesity as well due to their bad eating habits. So dry brushing is very good for those kids. Sunbathing is good, earthing is good. So it will help them to detox the body. And whenever I am doing personal cases, I have a very good way to detox the kids with the form of juices. Parents need to make at home, but in journal I can't share any recipe because it may not like suitable for a geographical condition.
Exactly.
So, I hope I am able to answer each and every question in a proper way with my
Yes.
best experience.
Yes, you were really so because we had a set of questions which we just came up according to a parent's perspective. So for today, this were
If
like
still, if you are having any question, we can talk, or if any like any question I need to answer, I can answer.
if anybody from the audience would like to ask any questions, they can. We can wait for like a minute or two. So if anybody is willing to ask
I think
something,
I have missed. We have missed one question.
I'll just go through. No, we haven't.
No, I think I feel my child understands what we say but doesn't reply or respond. How to make him respond and reply? Okay. Okay. So when the child is able to understand, and when the child is not able to, like you need to make him respond and reply. In that case, first and foremost thing is reduce the background noise. Maximum time, child is able to understand what we are saying. But due to our TV is on, something is on, or somebody is talking near to child, they are not able to accept and understand what I should do and how to reply. And whenever you want to take a response from your child, keep your hands on his shoulder, try to give proper eye contact, and talk very slowly so that your child will able to see the lip sync how you are talking. So when you will do this, your child will able to imitate you. They will able to pronounce few words. So whenever you want your child will respond, you need to give a proper attention to your child.
So we have one more question from Yash. My
Yeah.
kid is getting hyperactive from last 2 months after joining school. What I can do to reduce this?
Okay, so you need to rule out why my child is hyperactive. Check with this school teacher. Check whether how is this sitting tolerance in the class. So you can avoid sugary items in early morning. Don't feed him. Don't send more sweet items in the lunch box, and give him a proper sleep. Ideally, under 5 years of age, every child should slept by 9 p.m. Okay, so give him a proper sleep, and release his energy in evening time. Go for a grounding, do his earthing properly. And if you are having pet at home, let your child play with the pet, interact with your child, do physical activity, and please make a habit. I really don't know which religion you belong to, but Om chanting works wonder in every religion, and I believe everybody is doing, especially child, whoever is having issue, please teach them how to chant Om with the navel. Like if they will able to chant, especially hyperactive active kids, if they will start chanting Om with a flow, their brain will settle. So rule out why your child is showing more hyperactiveness. Somewhere his emotional cup is empty, somewhere love is missing, somewhere attention is missing, or your child is only attracting your what we say time and attention. Rule out. You will able to easily help your child.
There's one more question. At home, he is fine, but teachers are saying at school he is showing behavior issues. He's 7 years old.
So behavioral issues, like please explain a little bit what type of a behavioral issues your child is showing, because when parents at home, parents are very strict sometimes. Don't do this, don't do that, or they allow child to do whatever they want, but in the limitations. But in school, we have to be very strict with a child, as there are not many child. If one start notorious things, everybody will start. So of course, if child a teacher is saying no, beta, don't do this, don't do that, sit here, do your work. In that case, if the child is not able to control his tantrums or maybe meltdowns, then you need to teach the correct way. That at home we are at comfort zone. This is your place. You can create mess. You can clean mess, but in school, you are in public place, lot many people, lot many peers are there, lot many friends are there, teachers are there, and they are observing you minutely. So don't show the behavior there. If you want to play more, you can play at home, but school is meant for studies. So again, structuring is required in a systematic way. That is why I always insist parents document each and every day. Document whenever you found that my child is showing tantrums and meltdowns. Rule out that time, the consequences, who all around in with like grandparents. Sometime in front of grandparents, kids show more meltdowns, tantrums that I want to eat chocolate, I want to eat ice cream and all, because they know they will provide. So you need to rule out, you need to check that where my child is lagging and why my child is showing tantrums and meltdowns.
Yash
Right.
is thanking you for your guidance.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
So
Anybody can connect with me for personalized sessions. I'm
yeah,
a very approachable parenting coach.
yeah, I will be tagging her profile on
Yeah.
our link, so anybody can just directly go and follow her and just take the guidance. So yes, I don't think so. There are any more questions coming. So
So any other question in your mind?
no, this were all the questions we had to ask.
Okay.
So I hope we could cover all the questions which might come to a parent's mind. So, yes, it was great having you today with us. It was an
Thank you
amazing
so
session,
much.
and thank you so much for coming live with us and answering to these amazing, like, answering these questions with amazing answers. And
Thank
I wish that whatever you wish, like the mission you have in your mind, and it reaches to a
Yeah,
goal.
I really wish that every parent enjoy their child's childhood.
Yes.
I really wish, I really pray, every day I pray for this, that every parent should enjoy the naughtiness, the cuteness of their children in very tender age. So
Okay,
I
then.
hope you can switch off.
Yeah, I have answered all the questions, so we can just end the live for the day. If anybody has any sort of questions, they can directly contact Ritu Jain's account. I will be tagging her in the video here. And if anybody sends in any questions to us, we will be forwarding it to you. So, okay, then finally, thank you so much
Most
for
welcome.
live with us. And it was a great session.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye, take care.